Good morning, everyone. This is Crystal Potthoff, and I'm here at the Time Gallery in East Peoria at 201 Clock Tower Drive, and it's on the second floor in the lobby for, okay, I'm going to take my mask off. There's a couple other people here with me, but I'm going to stay away from them. You can see my whole face that way. I don't know if that's good or bad. Anyway, I want to share with you some of the items that I have on exhibit here. So these first items, this is some jewelry made from eggshells, and I am actually wearing a piece of the jewelry too. These are made from goose eggs, and these are also goose eggs. This one is a turkey egg shell, and these are quail egg shells. These are all filled with epoxy, and they are very, very durable. I'm just kind of pressing on it, so you can see they're very durable. They're wearable. Over here, I have Pysanky. It's a wax batik method. These are all Pysanky done by fellow egghead friends. These are Louisa Brooks, Babette Taylor, Karen Robinson, Ella Maxwell, Jackie Reynolds, Amanda Hatcher, and Candace Quinn. So they're very beautiful, but really come see them in person here if you can. They're all, I would call them students. Louise and I were teachers together, but they do such beautiful work. They're not really students, they're eggheads with me. All right. So now I'm going to move over to a couple of my most favorite paintings that I have done. This one is called Last Cutting, and where my husband and I take walks, there's a field, and this was inspired by the beautiful fall colors and the farmer trying to get one last cutting of hay out of it before the season ends. So it was my first on using like a sponge to get the colors of the trees in there and blending with that. So really enjoyed that. All right, now we're going to move over to, we're going over to here, and this one is called Minocqua Morning, and where we stay in Minocqua, Wisconsin, this is kind of the view outside the room of our cottage, and it's a beautiful room. That little boathouse there is a historic boathouse called the Eagle's Nest. It's a very, very peaceful place. I can sit there in the window and paint, or I can go sit out on the little porch or sit out in the yard and paint. And now I'm going to move over to, I'm trying to pick, okay, here, this was the other one that I liked. This one, well, there's two there. This one is, the bottom one is on Fleur in France, and the top one is Maui. Went to both places, had a great time. On Fleur was just this quaint little village by the seaside, and all these boats and reflections. And so this was my first painting doing a lot of reflections, and that was very challenging, but a lot of fun. And that one won third place in the amateur division in the 2019 Illinois Art League member show. This one is one of my grandkids. I have 13 grandkids. So what happens during pandemic? You don't get to see these people. So I started painting them. This one is one of my granddaughters at Myrtle Beach, and she loves the beach. She loves playing in the water, and this was kind of the excitement of getting there and running out wanting to jump in the ocean, although I don't think she did because she doesn't have her swimming suit on. She has her clothes on. Now I want to show you some of my mixed media that I've done. Two in particular that really relate to Pysanky. Mr. Dandy. So this was done with acrylic ink on Yupo paper, and it's on a board, and there's a crystal for his eye, acrylic paint. So that's Mr. Dandy. And then the other one that I, going along with Pysanky, is this one called Henrietta, my chicken here. This was actually inspired by some metro painting in the Paris subway. They had these paintings, these birds, and so this is where this one came from. This one has acrylic ink, modeling paste, alcohol ink. This one really morphed over time. I love it. It's one of my favorite ones. All right, so now we're going to go to the case of Pysanky that I have here. Okay. This is a variety of Pysanky. There's goose eggs in the center, and we have chicken eggs with different patterns on them. Back here are 4 goose eggs, and it's the same pattern, basic pattern on all 4 of them, but different colors and little differences. So you see how you take one thing and it morphs into others. This is what this one shows is the way a pattern develops. So this is a swan egg. But before I did this swan egg, I did these chicken eggs to kind of test a pattern. And then I did this turkey egg. And then I did this goose egg. And then I did the swan egg after I tested out my colors and the pattern. And that's how I typically do a pattern. This is a rhea egg. A rhea is like a smaller ostrich. And this is inspired by the mosaic we saw on our trip to Israel and Jordan, there were so many mosaics there, just gorgeous. So this egg is patterned off of those. This group here kind of shows the sequence of an egg. So we start with drawing pencil lines, putting wax on, dyeing the egg yellow, putting wax on that, dyeing it green. This is would be the final color, and then this is with the wax off. This final color is going to be blue where that one's, or black where that one's blue. And these down here are the tools. So this is a kiska. Has a little funnel that you heat up with your can flame, and you fill it with beeswax, and you draw these lines on there. It's actually known as writing because it comes from the word pasat, which means to write. Back here I have an emu egg. I have a natural dark color to the shell, and then by using an acid, I use something called acid magic, that clean pools. You eat away to the lighter colors underneath it. And this final one I have to show are my pollination series. So I have a rhea egg with bees on it. This is a goose egg. This is a duck egg. There's another goose egg. Chicken, turkey, and goose. And this one has little crystals in their eyes. So this is the show. when it warms up, come see it in person. I have another poster here that you can see when you come that shows my ostrich eggs, which I didn't have a place to display them here, but I do have a nice poster that shows the different ostrich eggs that I have done. I am also going to be teaching classes, so if you're interested in learning Pysanky, we have a very safe place to teach in Brimfield. And there is information on my website, prayerfularts.com, and I will also be teaching a couple classes at the Peoria Art Guild, so check out their website for those classes. So thank you very much for joining me, and have a wonderful day.